Okay, cross your fingers that I can get this going. I have no idea why Instagram keeps doing this. Let me go live. How's everybody this morning? Happy Wednesday. Is there like an update that I haven't done? I don't think so. I don't know, guys. Good morning. Welcome, Charlie. I'm sorry I'm all like discombobulated because my Instagram's not letting me go live. And it needs to. Ah, let me do it. Has anyone ever had this problem? I have. Usually it just figures itself out eventually, but this morning it's not looking so good. Hmm. All right. Okay. Ooh, I think it's happening. Instagram is just being crazy. Okay. Now we're good. Hey there, guys. Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Let's start off this morning by burning some shit because that was annoying. Guys, if you're like on Instagram and you're like, why is she on Instagram? It's because I'm continually hitting go live and Instagram's like, no, you can't do it. Let's start with some sage. Good morning, everybody. Ooh. All right, we're gonna do me first. Here's some for you, Instagram. You need extra today. There you go. There you go, YouTube. Or if you're watching in app, this is for you too. And for you, TikTok. There you go. Oh, in fact, let me just grab my little shell here, pop it in here, and you can just burn the whole way through. That's how we're doing. Good morning, Tiffany. Hi, Nicole. Good morning, everybody. I missed all my good mornings. Let me scroll up and say good morning to everybody. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Yvonne. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Rosa. Good morning, Arlene. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Heather. Good morning, Crystal. Hi, Jennifer. Good morning, Nicole. Good morning, Michelle. Who did I miss? Hi, Audrey. Hey, Megan. Hey, Claudia. Jen. Hi, Jen. Hey, Steph. And hey, Stephanie. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Danny. Good morning to everybody. Hi, Nancy. On Instagram, does my hair look red like underneath? It's so weird. How very Rufio. Okay, well, let's do this. It's 8:33. So good morning, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday. We did it. I have some news for those of you. I've gotten a lot of messages asking me when Apple's going to drop the app for Inner Sanctum. Um, Jen just told me this morning that we're in a little bit of a fight with Apple because Apple thinks my app is spam because of card pulls. So maybe you guys want to like send a little juju over to Apple so they can get their you know what out of their you know whats because oh my goodness gracious. Um, it's very annoying. And I'm not mad, but I'm a little irritated because it's holding up the works. So let's go, Apple. Let's do this. Like, I'm not going to switch over to an Android device, but this whole experience definitely has me questioning. Definitely has me questioning it. Oh, send the juju. Let's go. But until then, um, you can still go to innersanctum.me if you are an Apple person and you can register because you have to do it that way anyway. And go ahead and register for free, and you can access actually more features on the web version of the app than you can in app itself. So you can still do all your things, and then once the actual Apple app drops, you can go ahead and download that and just pop right in. Again, if you have Android, it's already up. Good morning, Tiffany. Hi, Emily. Good morning, Lori. Um, so wait, there was something else I wanted to tell you guys. What was it? All right. Well, this morning I woke up and there was this phrase in my mind. And what was it? Open to the clutter of your heart. Open to the clutter of your heart. And that really felt like a nod to Monday morning's card with the frog, asking you to clear out emotional baggage and clear out your literal closets if there's places that need clearing. But this week is a lot. And I know it's not just me, although I'm really feeling it. Um, and the reason for that is that we just had a really high peak. And we already knew that this week was going to be integration and kind of a flat line. The thing is, it kind of feels to me, and let me know if this resonates with you. I'd be curious to know. It feels like, you know how if you're going to although we don't really do this in real life, but you know what I mean. Like imagine you have to completely dematerialize yourself in order to be materialized like somewhere else. Like if you're going to be beamed into some other dimension, you have to completely deconstruct all your particles, and then on the other side they have to be reconstructed. Where in the middle, you're basically just loose particles floating around that haven't been brought back together. That's what this week feels like to me. Like all of my particles have been kind of disconnected, and they're going to be pulled back together at some point, but they haven't yet been. So I just don't feel anchored into anything, and I'm having really fast thoughts and feelings. So I know by now, at least because I've been through a few of these, not quite so intense but definitely similar energy. So I know that like I'm not going to die, and I know that I am not like the things I'm feeling, while they're real, they don't necessarily connect to the reality. Okay? Because when I feel this way, this kind of disparate like particle situation, I get very anxious and very paranoid. I start to doubt myself in all kinds of ways. And for me, I just had a really amazing big fucking weekend. And you would think coming off of that weekend where like it was basically one of those things where it's like, well, how does it feel to get what you want? Right? It's like one of those kind of weekends. And coming off of that, you think I would just be so fucking happy and just be on cloud nine, but I haven't been. I've been doubting myself in every single aspect of my being. And, if you are close to me, you know this already, and you're like, oh my God, you're annoying. But it's just the process. And so even while I'm going through it, I know that this is not true. I know everyone doesn't hate me and doesn't want to just like completely unfollow me on all social media because I'm so annoying, but this is me like doing this to myself. You know what I mean? And so whenever that starts to happen after I get past the initial like with that, I know something big is about to come. And I've been saying it. We've been saying it. We know like there's a big jump happening. And so it's just that preparation time and that in between time. This whole week is that way. And after we get through this, which is necessary to prepare us for what's coming, it's going to be really fast for the rest of the year. It's not going to slow down. So if you're in that same weird place as me, where it's like every cell in your body is enjoying a liminal vacation, um, you know, just remember it's going to keep moving. It's going to keep moving. And in fact, it's not only just going to keep moving, you're being repositioned. I mean, notice how you're being repositioned. Doesn't necessarily feel good to be repositioned, right? But notice how you are being repositioned. Notice how the players are changing in your game, how you're relating to energy differently, new opportunities coming in, some other opportunities and just suddenly moving away. Like, notice how you're being gently or not so gently guided and shifted over so that you can be in position for your best and highest good and for what you've been manifesting all this time, right? So that's happening this week. And so I think we just kind of need to hold each other's hands through this and remind each other that we're all good and it's okay and it's not the end of the world. Also, don't be afraid to have moments of joy because we still need those and they're still here this week. It's just that the energy is insane. Also, I just want to say that yesterday, if you are in this central Pennsylvania area, there was a storm here. Obviously, if you were here, you know that. But after the storm, I want to say maybe, shoot, maybe like, oh, I don't even know what time it was. 8:30, 9, 8:30ish. Well, it was like 8:30 because the sun hadn't gone down. It was like that. It was golden hour time. Everything turned like this beautiful shade of orange tint, and it was like being in an Instagram filter, right? And I was actually in bed already, but I felt that energy come through and I looked at the window. I was like, what is that? And it was just so beautiful. And I went and stepped outside and then I was like, ooh, this is both beautiful and eerie. It felt like such a new kind of energy coming through. And I'm still kind of sitting with that. But I thought about it, for a while. I was laying in bed after I came inside and it's like something different, something big and something different. So we got this. We've been preparing for it. So, hi from South Africa. That's amazing. Yeah, it was amazing. So, here on YouTube, White Star Girl saying, "I've been so emotional, depressed, and tired, and nothing good happening. I really hope blessings are coming." Yeah. Well, I mean, all right. Here's the thing. We do this, we come together, or at least I do this with you guys just so that we can kind of commiserate on the energies and kind of get an idea of what the forecast is going to be for this week, right? Because you are in control of your own experience here. The energies are actually not controlling your experience, but they are supporting it. So, for example, if you come into this week feeling incredibly intense and like off kilter, when the energies are so intense as well, it's going to amplify that, right? So just understanding that whatever's going on inside of you, even things that you've been shoving down that you don't want to deal with, they're coming up now because they need to be seen and they need to be discussed, they need to be felt. So, and remember, we're still Chiron retrograde all year long until the middle of December. So that means and if you have not heard me lecture you on Chiron yet, let me just quickly do that again because I feel like we need a reminder every single day. Chiron is in retrograde. It is the wounded healer. I like to call this the mommy wound. And it doesn't have to do with your mom, but like 9 times out of 10, it kind of does. And this is anything that has ever made you feel like you're not good enough, like you're not reaching a goal or a standard, and you never are, you're never making it. You never just quite get there. There's so much more that you need to accomplish. This is your wounding there, that you're not good enough, that no one's going to love you the way you are, all of those things. Okay. And this is the time period, especially this year, that you are being offered so much support in the healing of this place. There's nothing specific you have to do about it, but just kind of know that it's happening. It's kind of like a program running in the background all the rest of this year. And if you soften yourself to that healing and just allow it to happen as it comes up organically, it's going to happen because we're all kind of like, if you're tuned into this, you're ready for it. You're ready for this healing because there's a part of you, a large part of you that's just really tired of feeling that way. You're really tired of it. And I think I said this yesterday on something, must have posted it or something, that, we're all we're all kind of played out with the whole being afraid of change thing, right? Being afraid of being big and all that whole narrative. We've really melted. We've really coddled ourselves with the change is scary. I fear change, and so I'm just going to go slow and all these different things. We've been changing nonstop for the past 3 years, and the past year and a half has been very, very fast change. All of you guys are still here. In fact, I know for a fact that some of you guys, because I've spoken to you, have had such remarkable changes in the past year that have completely shifted your life for the better that you can't even, it's like, woof, your mind gets blown. So just remember that change is literally what we do. We come here to continually evolve. Energy never stays the same. It's in a constant state of flux and change. So let yourself flow with it. We don't have to be scared of this anymore. We don't have to play that narrative over and over and over again and within ourselves that change is scary. I fear change. Change is scary. I fear change. Remember, whatever you say to yourself over and over again, even if no one can hear it, that's your spell. That's your manifest. You're making that happen. So if you don't change your tune, then you're going to have the same thing happen to you over and over and over again because that's your song. That's your theme song. So maybe we need to switch up the theme song this week. I don't know. All right. So I think that's what I have to say to you guys about this midweek update because we just have to hang on and trust ourselves. Surround yourself with people who are going to be able to hold space for you and that you can hold space for as well. And it's going to be really important also if you're going through a tough time, you need to say something, okay? Like don't just like go hide in a cave and just be like, I'm going to Eeyore this. Don't do that because then you're going to feel isolated and when you come out of that cave, you're going to feel like you don't connect with anybody anymore. Everyone's going through something. Everyone's going through something. If they say they're not going through something, just like know that it's very possible that they're just pretending they're not. We love to do that. Don't we hate to be a burden with like our thoughts and feelings? Like, I'm so sorry that I had feelings at you. We all have feelings. The difference is understanding how to hold space for somebody without dumping your feelings on them while they're having their moment, and then vice versa, them understanding how to hold space for you without them dumping. You know what I'm saying? So it's actually staying curious about experiences that will help you to hack that with no problem. All you have to do is be curious. When I ask you, I want to hear about your story, like what's going on, how are you this week? I should only be asking that if I actually wanna know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to be curious about your experience because when I'm curious about your experience, I don't have time to think about how my experience relates to your experience. You know what I'm saying? So that allows me to be fully present while I'm listening to your story. And that makes that person feel heard, seen, and understood, even if I'm not giving them any advice, even especially if I'm not giving them any advice, especially if I'm just being there to hold that space. We don't always need advice from people. Sometimes we just need to be heard without being judged. And it is huge value to be that person for somebody else that they can come to safely express themselves and not have to receive any criticism, ideas for change, or anything like that, right? We get so uncomfortable sometimes because we're really not trained for this. We're not trained to hold space for other people without trying to fix it for them. But if you can just take a deep breath and stay curious about what is being said to you and understand that it's not your job to make other people less uncomfortable or to fix their problems, then you become that person who holds the space. And it is an amazing gift to give somebody. I've had that given to me, and it has changed my life and changed the way I interact with people. Because, back in the day, being friends with somebody usually did mean that like they're going to come to me for advice and I'm going to give them advice and they're going to go not take my advice. I'm going to become kind of salty about it because I'm watching them like juggernaut over here. And then they don't want to come back to me to say, oh, I did the thing that you said I shouldn't do. And now we're at an impasse. You know what I'm saying? We don't need that anymore. So everyone's on their own path. There's no judgment. And holding space for each other is a beautiful thing to do. I'm just going to drink this coffee for a second and then we're going to jump into some card pulls. I have to say my coffee isn't perfect this morning because it was out of MCT powder. So, Lisa, it's so hard for me to say no to you. So I'm going to compromise with you. We're going to do a mix up today because there's a specific animal that I must use this morning because I want to, but we're gonna mix plants up in there. Okay. Okay. So if you've never done sensory card pulls before, welcome. It's fun. I'm gonna give you three things to choose from, and you can choose one, two, three, whatever resonates with you. But just like take a moment, like everyone, just take a moment right now. Just take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Let it out. One more time. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you three things. Whichever one of these things resonates the most with you, choose that one. If two resonate, choose both of them. Drop your choice in the comments, and I will be pulling three sets of card pulls, and I'll tell you your story and see what your message is for today. Okay? Make sense? All right. So the first thing, see, I'm not even gonna do a category. I'm just gonna do random things. So the first thing is koala bear. Your first one is koala bear. Your second one is spider plant, and your third one is a bird. It's a barn swallow. Okay. Koala bear, spider plant, barn swallow. Which one are you choosing today? Koala bear, spider plant, or barn swallow? And I will get to shuffling. Barn swallows. Barn swallows, spider plants. Oh, hi, Mary Beth. Hi, Jennifer. Tiffany, did I say good morning to you? Hi, Denise. Hi, Farrell. Okay. Um, are you guys on YouTube watching me on YouTube, or are you watching me through the app? Hey, Nara. Hey, Matt. And barn swallow. All right. If you are just joining in, we are shuffling for sensory card pulls so you can get a message. You are choosing from three things. You're choosing from koala bear, spider plant, or barn swallow. Whichever one of those three things connects for you. Okay, so Nicole, I'm sorry, I just have to ask for this question. Nicole, you're watching through the app and you're able to comment. Because that's what I was wondering. If in app, would you be able to comment if you're watching? And it looks like you can, which is really, really, really exciting. Am I right? I am right. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Anna. All right. Well, I mean, everybody on TikTok, I know y'all are watching through the app. I was talking about my app, my Inner Sanctum app. Okay, so good news, guys. So once Apple decides to release its clutches on the drop, you'll be able to watch Coffee and Magic through the app and comment. So that's huge. Yay, that's so exciting. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to innersanctum.me. You can register for my app, innersanctum.me. When you register for the app, it's free. You'll be able to access the web application immediately, and it has all my shit on it. And it's available for Android for download right now, and then Apple is just holding on to it, but it's coming. So the web app itself has full functionality, and that's actually where you'll need to go to register for your account and make any changes and all that kind of stuff. And if you wanted to book a reading, you'd have to go through that part of the app as well. Speaking of readings, I mean, I'm doing so terrible with announcements. I'm going to hold you hostage. I have opened up a few readings for next week. So if you are interested in having readings, I also I also opened up a new feature, which is a quickie reading, which is only 15 minutes. So if you just want a quick one, during a 15 minutes, we can actually look at your natal chart and like get all your major placements as well. So if you're interested in Merkaba, that would be an absolutely fine one to book, and we could totally do your chart during that time. So if you're interested in that, you can find that on innersanctum.me. Once you register, it'll say book a reading. Boom. Yep, I'm doing a quick one. I am about to start the readings, but I wanted to tell you about that. So innersanctum.me, everybody. Go register and you'll find all the things. Okay, so again, if you're just joining and you haven't chosen your sensory card pull thing yet, you're choosing between, oh my God, why am I doing this? You're choosing between koala, spider plant, and barn swallow. So one of those three, go ahead and drop it in the comments if you haven't already. And we are about to start with the message for koala. I am choosing koala, obviously, this morning. Okay. Yeah, I don't do those kind of readings on here, babe. So don't come on here asking me if somebody cheated on you. If you're asking, I think you're kind of answering, though, quite honestly. All right. Here we go with koala. Again, you're choosing between koala, spider plant, or barn swallow. All right. We're changing up the cards today. We're going to do one of these earth magics, and then I have this divine abundance thingy that we're going to do. Seems right. Okay, so if you chose koala, this is your message. We've got the Milky Way card, and we've got this card that says your path, which we'll get to in just a second. All right, so here is your, ugh, I'm so annoyed already by this. Okay, here's your reading for koala. You have the Milky Way card perspective. And the thing about perspective is that it's incredibly unique for each of us, right? So, whatever you're going through today and this week, just remember that the way you're seeing your experience and feeling your experience is definitely being affected by the energies around you, and you're in it. You're like right in it. You're so close to it. In fact, you might be too close to it to really have a full perspective of what's going on. Okay, so this card for you is basically asking you to remember to look at things from a broader perspective once you start to get overwhelmed by anything. If you feel overwhelmed, pull out and kind of look at the larger view. You might be able to see how things are supposed to be fitting in perfectly, and they don't seem like they are, but when you pull out, they are. And this card is reminding you that that's kind of what it looks like to be on path, right? Everybody always wants to know, am I on path? Am I on my right path? Am I on the right path? Sarah, am I on the right path? And here's what I have to tell you and myself today about your path. We are no longer in a time period where you're following paths that have already been created. You're making paths right now. So, as a path maker, it's your job to decide which way you want to go and to boldly go there. It's like frontier land, and that's a lot of pressure, but we also came here for this. So, this is what you're doing. It can seem muddy sometimes, it can be confusing and overwhelming. Of course, it is. You are creating something new every step of the way. If you're looking for someone else to show you how to do this, that's your sign this week that you need to take a break. Take a nice deep breath in and resettle your energy. Call it back in, because everything you're doing is brand new. You're making the path so that later on, others coming up behind you can find the path. Okay? So this is you, koala, koala, koala. Okay. Next up is spider plant. If you chose spider plant, this will be your message. Sip of this coffee. All right. Oh, Gabby's asking, wait, I'm on fire. Yeah, I'm on fire. I don't know. This filter does it, but I just like it. So that's fine. I'll take the fire coming out of my head. Maybe my head is too hot and it's picking it up. All right. Let's see here. All right. So this is for spider plant people. If you chose spider plant, this one's for you. What will it be? Yeah, I see that. I do see that. It's weird. All right, spider plant people. Ooh, wow. Okay, you ready? Are you ready? All right, spider plant people, this one's for you. And again, as with all of the card pulls, if something resonates with you and it's not the one you picked, that's okay. You can still have it, okay? It's the love card and this extraordinary peacock. I mean, seriously. Okay, so it's the love card and the extraordinary peacock. You're all extraordinary peacocks. Okay. So I just totally distracted myself. Okay. Spider plant people. The love card is coming through. And let's just let's just remember what love means because love has so many connotations and so many attachments and so many big feels in it and we need to kind of pull that out. Pull that out, just completely strip it. This love card is about loving yourself. I know I'm a broken fucking record with this, but it's a song you need to hear. You have to love yourself first. If you're asking questions like, will this person love me? Will I ever find love? Will this relationship work? All of those questions. You need to be first asking yourself, do I love me? Do you choose yourself? Do you recommend yourself? Do you think you're pretty awesome? Because unless you do, how the hell is someone else supposed to? I think we definitely have that romantic notion based off of literally every romantic movie and book ever, right? That we're going through our lives waiting for that one person to see us, right? For someone to finally see us. And once they see us, they'll love us and all of the ways and parts of us that have never been appreciated will suddenly be appreciated. And you'll be able to just breathe and finally experience life that way. That makes for good storytelling, does not make for good living. Okay? So let's pull back on that. What actually needs to happen is you need to choose you. You need to look at yourself that way. You need to validate yourself and say, wow, I see me. I value me first. And that is what allows everyone else to have the opportunity to do the same. And if they do, cool. If they don't, off you go. It won't matter to you. You will only attract those people who are worthy of being around your amazing energy because you believe in your self-worth and you have your boundaries. And even better than that, as you start to have this love affair with yourself, as you start to realize that another person doesn't make you whole because that's not a real thing. Every person is whole. We don't come down onto this earth in pieces, searching for the lost pieces of ourselves. Your pieces aren't lost. They're all here. You're just not seeing them all because you've been told that someone else needs to see them or find them or pull them in, whatever it is. We can drop that narrative. You need to love yourself. You are the keeper of all your pieces. You are completely whole. You do not need to be with another person. You do not need to have children, be married, have a house and all those things. You do not need to check boxes in order to be a worthy, full, complete person. What makes you happy? And roll with that. And once you do, you'll be able to just flourish and be wild and be super colorful. Okay, spider plant people? Okay. And what it says here is there's a wild and impetuous uniqueness to you that deserves to be honored. I agree. So there's your snake plant. Wait, let's say spider. Why did I say that? Spider plant. That's your spider plant message for today. And last but not least, if you chose barn swallow, this is going to be your message. Let's see what it is. Barn swallow. Nicole, if you are still watching on the app, I'm just going to have to ask you to take some screenshots. Can you screenshot and send them to me or tag me on Instagram or something? All right. All right. Yeah, Lisa, I love like when you ask me to do categories though. So please never stop. I just needed to do koala this morning because when I like the first thing I did when I woke up is I watched a video of koalas getting snuggles and it really made me happy. So all right, last one, barn swallow. You guys ready? Let's see what it is. Hmm. This particular deck, it's this one here. It's the Divine Abundance, Tasha Silver. But I'm shuffling it now, guys. It is so satisfying to shuffle. It has like these cards that just slip like that. Mm, it's very. I'll stop though. I'll stop. I'll go ahead and give you your reading. All right. All right, barn swallows. Y'all did see me shuffling, right? Barn swallow. It's the waterfall. Thank you, Nara. I never thought of it that way. Look, you got this one too, guys. It's more extraordinary peacock energy. How delightful. I think we should all be extraordinary peacocks today. So, if you chose barn swallow, this is your message. Your first one is, sorry if I did that too fast. Your first one is waterfall. The words underneath it say effortless, but we're going to just we'll see what I want to say about that. All right, barn swallow people. Here's the thing. Okay, got it. Some barn swallow people, if you chose barn swallow, I think that it feels like some of you guys are having a I don't want to say a hard time, that's the wrong word. Something has happened or is happening that is like kind of a big deal and maybe feels a little bit not like scary. It feels scary. It's kind of that feeling of like, you go up to the top of the roller coaster and like you're on the top there and like you're like, "Oh, um I see where this is going and I think that I don't want to do it," but you're like there's nothing you can do, like you can't actually go back and so now you're like, "Fuck, like I'm going to have to actually go down this." That's the energy I'm feeling for you guys for barn swallow people that like you did it, you got to the top and now you're like, "Fuck, this is going to be really nauseating," or like, "What if I die?" that kind of thing. So this is just a reminder for you that like it's okay, you'll be all right. um it's going to go and you're going to have a wild ride. for the rest of the year. No, no, no. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Okay. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. What I mean to say is that if you picked Barn Swallow, I think you're about to do some big shit and it's gonna be pretty wild. Do you guys feel that? Like, am I right? Validate me. No, just kidding. So anyway, that's why you have a waterfall, because it's kind of like nature's roller coaster. Hold on a second. I don't know why that is cracking me the fuck up. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. It's nature's roller coaster though. You're on nature's roller coaster. So just remind yourself that you're gonna be fine. The roller coaster is meant to hold you, or the waterfall is meant to go down. Like it's all part of the momentum, okay? And isn't it kind of exciting? Like, just be like, ooh, like watch me confront gravity. Just be like, fuck this, right? So it's okay. Look, I'm gonna take some of this for myself too. I'm totally feeling it. Because you're an extraordinary peacock and you can do this. You can ride this roller coaster. And hell yeah. Do you know what's probably gonna happen too? Which I think is gonna be so fun. Um, it's gonna be so fun because you're gonna be like, the thing is gonna release, like, when that sound happens on the top of the roller coaster, like those old roller coasters, and it's like, and you're like, no, don't do it, and it drops you down, and then you start going, and you're like, oh, wait a second, this is actually really fun, like, whoo, like I'm feeling exhilarated. You're like, oh no, are we gonna be upside down? Oh shit! Like, and then you're actually kind of enjoying it, and then you get back in, and like you're like, jammed in that thing there, and it stops, and it's time to get out. And you're like, well, wait a second, I kind of want to ride again, right? That happens sometimes. It doesn't happen to me anymore because something happened with my inner ear after I had kids, and I can't do roller coasters anymore. But I used to love them. So, dudes, it's okay. It's gonna be fine. Nature's roller coaster. Just throw your hands up in the air like you just don't care, you know? Okay, I need to like go take a nap or something. You guys got me excited with this card. Anyway, don't forget your extraordinary peacock. Do you want me to read this part for you again? Here, let me do it. There's a wild and impetuous uniqueness to you that deserves to be honored. Cool. Yay. Okay, I think all of us have a little barn swallow happening, right? Just a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So there you go, my friend. Yep, it's okay. Feel the terror. We're going. I mean, there's nothing you can do. Literally, nobody can get you off of that roller coaster once you're at the top of that. It's super dangerous to try. Okay. Um, quick reminder, readings are open for next week, and I have a new feature which are called quickies. Don't get confused by that. It's a reading, okay? Um, and it's a 15-minute. And like I said, in the 15-minute, we can actually do your Merkaba signature. So if you want to do that and you're not ready to commit to like a whole hour with me, you can totally do it. I have only next week open. I'm doing 1 week at a time because I'm going by my energy, and you know how that is, right? Also, if you haven't already, go register for the Inner Sanctum app. It's free to register, innersanctum.me. The Google version has dropped. Apple's being a little bitch and holding on to it, but they're going to release it soon because you're all going to be like, go, go, go. And you can actually watch all of this through my app. You can find all kinds of goodies in there, meditations, immersions, all of the things, and more to come. So go register for the app. Go do it. Go do it. Prove my parents wrong that I can't make a whole career out of pulling cards and doing magic. Okay, I love you guys. Have an amazing, amazing Wednesday. I'll be back on Friday morning with your weekend update. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Go forth, be a peacock, and ride your roller coaster. Mwah, mwah, mwah. See you soon. We're out of here. Instagram ending. And goodbye in the app and on YouTube. There you go.